Hello, my name is Ben Looms. I'm the CEO and Creative Director of Syrinscape. I'm going to show you today how to run a complete adventure in our web player without even registering an account or paying anything. You have access to more than 20 free sound sets. We're going to send our players to a medieval town, play around a little bit with the weather, get them into a dungeon, and then attack them with bugbears. It's going to be awesome, and hopefully they'll die. No, we love our players. We love our players. All right. I'm going to make sure that I try and explain the very basics of Syrinscape along the way, and if you want to see a much more complicated video and all the extraordinary stuff you can do with a full Super Siren subscription, then watch the other video which is linked somewhere where I'll show basic game prep, where we do a lot more with what's the powerful machine of Syrinscape. Alright, this list on the left here is the complete list of all the sound sets available to us as a not even registered users. There's train trips, there's spooky forests, a casino, then there's bugbear battle, a car chase, all sorts of fantastic stuff. But I promised a medieval town, so let's click into Brindletown here. That changes this left column into being a list of moods. A mood is one of the modes of what could be happening in the town. It could be setting up for morning trade. It could be the Bard's Day off where there's no music. Let's click Busy Market Day and see what happens. This section over here contains elements. Elements are all separate parts or elements of the sound design. The Busy Market Day in Brindletown is made up with the general chitter-chatter of people, the hubbub of a market, the city square in the distance, occasional passing by events like a cart passing by or a procession, occasional animals, and some music. The first thing the music does is actually waits and doesn't play any music. This is a movie soundtrack, remember, we don't just have music the whole time. I can instead start the music by using this mood instead, music straight away. Oh, there's also a rooster. Fantastic, that's a lovely ambience. My players are hearing that. They can adjust their own volume in their own basic player, and I can adjust the volume for everyone here with this global volume. Nice. Let's mess around a little bit with the weather. If I type in rain into search, and I'm going to filter by sound effects and loops, that'll bring up all of the rains that are available in Syrinscape, including rains that are in Dungeons and Dragons Adventure and Call of Cthulhu's Adventure and Pathfinder Adventures. I want to sort by just the stuff that's available to play. So I'll turn on that filter, and I've got some light rain with birdies. That's a bit subtle, and the music is a little bit loud, so I'm going to use this volume slider on the element music and just turn that music down. It will fade down nicely, and now we can hear that gentle rain. I might turn that rain off from search and turn on heavy rain instead. We're trying to drive our players into the safety and warmth of a dungeon, of course. Nice. Remember, of course, I can stop this element as well just by clicking it. It slowly fades out as well. Awesome. Isn't that amazing? Right. We click this button here with this back button here to go back to the sound set list. I'm going to scroll down, go to the dungeon depths, and click This is Uncomfortable. Syrinscape will crossfade smoothly into the dungeon depths. That sure changes the mood. Nice. There are the individual songs available in dungeon depths, and I decided earlier that I really like Spooky Thumbs, so I'm going to set the volume and start that song. Another thing that is a part of Syrinscape are these elements. These are called one-shot elements. You can see they're one-shots because they have pretty art, and they're things like alarm bells, fire blast traps. And there's also some global one-shots below all the sound set elements that are always visible. For instance, a force missile. Fantastic, and all sorts of other huzzahs and victory stingers and even some sci-fi sounds there. Nice. Time for a bugbear battle. So we go out. The dungeon sounds will keep playing until I click Battle Begins. And Syrinscape will once again beautifully crossfade That's the very basics of Syrinscape. There is a lot of content, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of special sound sets for all sorts of different monsters, locations, and even complete support for official content from Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, Call of Cthulhu, Cyberpunk, and all sorts of other fantastic things. But this is what you can do just completely for free. If you have questions, don't hesitate to drop by forum.syrinscape.com or email us at support@syrinscape.com and we'll get you going. Mainly, game, and do it loud. Awesome.